So hi, welcome back to another video. This will probably be uploaded at the weekend as usual. Today is Wednesday and it's Christmas Eve. So I have everyone eating around me. I think it's currently like 9 o'clock. I was gone to mass and went for our usual Christmas Eve dinner out and all that kind of stuff. So just home, got them sorted. Gonna turn off the light now in a second to them, give my cat a treat, and they'll be sorted for the night. The Christmas stockings are all ready to go to gift them. And actually just this morning, I hadn't recorded it, but Dad drove into the house from his place of work with the new hamster enclosure for my hamster Nigel. If you didn't know already, he is what I believe a Rubberowski dwarf hamster. He's estimated to be about 4 or 5 months old. I've had him 2 months now, and he's been living in a 110-litre storage bin, which I think that's like 27 gallon, I think, over in America, and I know they recommend a 40 gallon for a hamster. So like, I knew already what Nigel is in was well under minimum. But he's been doing really well. He hadn't showed any distress behavior he had showed in work, so he's coping really, really well. But obviously now, even though I just got the enclosure today, I'm literally in the process of transitioning him into it, and it'll be tonight that I'll transition him into it. I want it all done. Tomorrow's Christmas Day, and the few days I do have off, I have other plans and things, so I kind of like to have this done. I've already started it. I have wiped it down with water and vinegar, got out any of the dust and debris that was left in it after my dad and the lads made it. I put in new bedding, just because what Nigel is, I'm still going to use what Nigel has, and it'll probably be at the very, very top to make it that little bit more easier for him. But the closure is so big, I need to put in new bedding anyway with his current bedding, because obviously what he had been housed in, the bedding in it is not enough to fill what his new enclosure is. So I already have done a layer before I went to mass of new bedding. I have sectioned off a good half or a good quarter, I'm not very good at math, a good part anyway, of just pure sand, because like I said, I do have like a 15 kg bag of play sand that I was only using little bits because his old setup didn't have enough room. So that's already done. There's one space, you'll see it, I've kind of done it in like 3 sections. So the first section, you'll see in a second, is actually empty, and that's because I had a cocoa soil chilling in a bucket with water in it while I was gone to mass and did everything else. But now I came home and I think I added too much water in it. It's very watery and it's not soil like at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. No idea. But I thought I'll bring you along. I'll show you. It'll be a small clip somewhere here for tomorrow, for Christmas Day, of everyone getting their stockings and getting to see everything, including my dog. He has a wrapped up present under the tree and everything, and his stocking, which only does have the one thing in it, but I'll show all that to you along with the other rest of the animals. But this is mainly for Nigel. I wanted a video based solely on him, just because he is getting his upgrade that he desperately needed, and I'm so happy about it. It is gigantic. Like, the poor man would be lost in it, but it doesn't matter. Just before I do and show anything, just so you know, I'm well aware that the enclosure probably won't be cluttered enough because I don't have enough stuff. What I had originally cluttered his current setup fairly well because it was smaller. I don't have enough now. So I'm trying to make a lot of stuff at the minute out of cardboard, just to kind of keep me going, trying to make things look a little bit more cluttered. I have loads of millet sprays, so I'll fill it up around there, and a few things like that, but it's the best I can do for the moment, until I get more things. So yeah, I'm gonna give my cat here a treat, and I'll be up to my room now in a second, and I'll show you his setup. So I love it so much. So yeah, back in the room now. So as you can see, this is Nigel's new home. Obviously, there's more bedding to go in it. That is just new bedding, and I'm going to put what's in his box at the minute, his enclosure, his current one, in on top of this. That's where the soil is going to go, mainly. I had added too much water when I had it out the first time, so I had to do a lot of draining. It's as good as I'm going to get it, so that's it currently. Obviously Nigel is in here, my little handsome man. I think he should be awake anyway, because it's when he's usually up. So it's kind of why I wanted to do it tonight, since he'll be awake and I won't just stress him out too much that he'll wake up and he doesn't know where he is. So that is his current sand bath. This is what he's getting with the new upgrade. That's going to be mainly bedding and then soil here, but I don't actually know which soil I have, so I kind of need to see. So yeah, I'll jump back in a second once I have way more done. I really just don't have a proper setup to have the phone currently recording all the time, so I'll come back in a second. That's a temporary barrier. It's only toilet roll split open, so it's not as a roll anymore, it's as sheets, and I just wanted to protect and kind of divide between the bedding and the sand, but I don't know how long it's going to last. So I'll come back then in a second. So I'm after just sorting out through Nigel's old bedding. That's all going to be dumped out. He's currently in there confused, so I'll be letting him out now in a sec, so you can see him coming in for the first time into his new home. Anyway, that took me long enough. So he's in there. God bless him. Doesn't know what's going on. No, you don't know what's going on. So here we are. I am so happy with it. I'd want to obviously get more accessories, but that's kind of the soil area. I do want better barriers that I have, but anyway, it'll do for now. The rest of that then is just a typical bedding. I have some hemp fiber stuffed in there. There's hay mixed in it as well to make sure, like, you know, the tunneling and all is held up really well. Obviously all the bedding is compacted down really, really well as well. That's his little water source. This was kind of like a little set I got in my place of work. That is his bowl for his veg. It's just a bit heavier, so I have it on top of that. That's a little hide. That is his normal seed bowl, which is a mixture of bird feed that has a mixture of millet, Niger seed and a bunch of other things, and then there's a mixture of mealworms in that as well. There's a tiny little couple of pieces of sunflower seeds just to kind of, like, you know, ease them in. A little bendy bridge going up, and that is literally all, most of it is all sand, for the most part. Nice ticking layer. At least the wheel is better there, so like he doesn't really dig down in the sand much. He just kind of bathes himself in it, so there's no chance the wheel landing on him funny. So yeah, there's different areas that are higher in bedding than others. Like in the back, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but in the back it is like that house is completely filled up to the very, very top of bedding, where he usually does nest. So I'm going to get him out and let him see his brand new home for the first time. He, God bless him, is so confused. I don't blame him. Oh, making a racket. I wonder will he stay in the tunnel? No, he won't. You go my hand, or would you rather climb out yourself? I think you'd rather climb out yourself. Okay. So we'll tip that over there, give him a chance. He is completely... He's just like, what the hell is going on? He's in. I'll give him a chance to settle in, because it's a big paradise to get used to. There's a lot going on. He's so cute. Let me put down this carrier so I'm not going to be belting it around the place. So my plushie net was above, and as you can see, they all fell out. So I'm actually thinking of, it's not really a good plushie net anyway, because I actually don't have a proper corner that I can actually hang one, because my corners are all taken up. So I'm actually thinking of seeing, can I put most of Nigel's stuff in that net and house it there. And then this is where I was going to house his stuff, but I'm thinking of putting some of my plushies under there and some plushies underneath that table in the corner. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, but
that's really not relevant right now. But he's probably gone back into his little house. There's movement somewhere. I hear movement, but I think he's in there. Yeah, that's his usual little go-to place to go. Oh no, my God, I'm literally talking and he's like right there in front of me. I'm a blind person, definitely am. I thought he was going straight to hide, but no. I'm sorry, I am so blind. I'm there pointing to the house and he was there the whole time. My God, I'm something else, I tell ya. Sorry about the different kind of angle and location. I'm just currently in my bed, going to go to sleep. I actually have work in the morning. I completely forgot to do an outro like I usually do. So, yeah. Second, I'm aware the video of all the animals getting their Christmas stuff was quite short. They got quite a lot of stuff, and I got a Hoover for the room, so it's brilliant, better than a sweeping brush, so it's gonna be fun now to clean. It'll be easier. Got like a Lego piece. My dad got it for me. My brother ended up making it for me because I just couldn't deal with it. So it's very pretty, and I got a sensory light. A big massive teddy bear, great to cuddle with. I'm having a good owl gawk at this book I got as well, the Autistic Adults Toolbook, or the Autistic Adults Toolbox, by Natalie Diggins. It's all broken down in different sections, and I'll be able to journal in how I feel and things like that, so it's actually really interesting, so I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, it's kind of the first Christmas that I kind of knew what I was getting, which definitely helps. Someone with autism who doesn't like surprises, I definitely do prefer that. I just got a few small little bits, new runners, a lot of money, 2 actual gift cards for the place I work in, so which is a pet shop, so you know I'm gonna go crazy with that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope to see you in my next one. This video thankfully was all dedicated to Nigel for once. I knew I definitely needed a video dedicated to him, but I still showed the other animals in it. He is loving his new space. I do have more things I want to get. To make it more cluttered. I also got a bunch of like new fidget toys. This is one of my favorite ones. My sister did break it, but it still does the job. There's barely any noise out of it, and it's just, I just curl up around and then stretch it back out again. It's just really nice to kind of play around with, and it moves really nicely as well. So really excited about that. But yeah, I'll show you a little. He's actually on the wheel right now, but he's definitely finding new spots to nest and burrow down in, which I got a fright, was it yesterday or something? Couldn't find him. I had to disturb him just once. It was during the day, during his nap, but I had to disturb him to see if he was okay, because it was the first night of him being in it. He was fine, just wasn't too happy with me, but I'll show you a nice little overview and then I will end the video. So I'll probably do my little last bit here and then I'll show you the little overview of them. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below any nice things you got for Christmas. If it's animal related or not, does not matter. And if you like Nigel's new home. So I'm gonna show you now. So here it is. Put some fairy lights on it. I've since changed the big massive soil section into it in just a Tupperware box because it was getting quite wet and the enclosure wasn't exactly built to hold water of any kind and it was leaking out the leg. So I was going to end up doing a whole like enclosure full of soil mainly and grow grass in it and make it really natural for him, but obviously after just experimenting it leaking with just a little bit of wet soil in it, it's not going to work, so that's fine. So I have that there, might even grow grass in it eventually and things like that, so it's a small little area for him to kind of interact with. I believe he is a Borowski hamster, so their natural habitat doesn't actually really involve soil and grass and everything else, so he's not exactly missing out. I'm trying to make it as natural to his, you know, wildlife as much as I can. There he is having great fun. So yeah, obviously he kicked a lot of sand out. He loves hiding under the little bridge. I made it more like a little bendy bridgey kind of style. The other way I had it was a bit awkward, so he's able to climb up it a lot better. Now he knows I'm recording him. But yeah, my brother's girlfriend got me this picture, which I think is so cute. I was gonna put it out in the pet room where my cat is, but can I bother it in my room, to be honest? He had a few. He had one of them, and I have one of these in there for him already. And I already had opened up Millet already, so I don't need to open up that one up. That was actually an old car freshener thing. I know it's a Syrian hamster, but it's really cute. So yeah, here we go. Nope, a little bit too close. That is everything. That's his little love heart thing. I don't even think he's chewing on it just yet. The toothbrush is right there. He does love the toothbrush, in fairness. So he really does love his lovely home. I did place the teddy bears underneath, as you can see. I put nothing over here because it just became a bit messy, but I still love my little nook and cranny in there. It's so cuddly. And we're actually taking this whole thing off the wall, putting that picture up on the wall and doing a small little shelf so I can put Nigel's stuff on it. This whole net thing may come off. It's not really working, but yeah.